So I've literally just finished recording the smoke video that was out last week, or the week before, depending on how long this process has took. And it's an end of a chapter, end of a quite boring, non-creative chapter, a very stressful chapter in my life. Anyone who follows the channel will know the last couple of years have been a bit inconsistent when it comes to the uploads, the type of work I've been doing, very inconsistent. And one of the main reasons for it being inconsistent is the thing down there, which is my PC. You remember we built a high-end AMD system for editing. I'm not going to get into too much detail. You already know all the details, but basically it didn't really work out for me. But the good news is, and here is the good news, I have fixed it. I have fixed my PC problems by buying a Mac. I'm not going to talk too much about the Mac. I'm going to leave that for a future video because, as you quite know, when you buy something new, it's always brilliant. So I'm going to leave it a few more weeks. I've had it about a month now. No issues at it so far, but I want to leave it a few more weeks before I give you my video of why I've switched over to a Mac, what my issues were with the Windows system. That's going to be for a future video. Look out for that. So subscribe if you want to know my thoughts on the 14-inch MacBook just there. But what this video is all about is chapter 3. So our first chapter was when we moved into this room and we had the right office. This one was the second chapter, which well, let's just write that off and just say that weren't very good. You know, for multiple reasons. If we've got a new computer and we are starting a new chapter, that means we need a new studio. Welcome to chapter 3. Chapter 3 is all about me moving forward in my photography and videography career, focusing on making good videos that are both entertaining and educational. The last couple of years, I haven't really felt that creative. I'm not too sure why, but I think it was mostly down to that PC that I bought. You'll know the PC I bought a couple of years ago for doing lives, for editing. That just didn't pan out. It was just too unstable, and to be honest with you, 99% of the issues was software related. Half of that was Adobe. Well, that's for a whole nother video, but most of it was down to Windows. So chapter 3 is all built around the MacBook. When I have a change in my personal life or in my career, something that's significant, I like to change chapters up. I like to change things up just a little bit and keep moving forward. And buying this MacBook is something that's been on my wish list for years. I've never been able to afford it. I finally was able to get one and I pulled the trigger and I couldn't be more happier. So there's a reason for the new office design, which I will get into further on in the video, but it's all centered around the MacBook. This is a 14-inch MacBook Pro with an M1 Max chip in it. It has 2TB internal hard drive and a 64GB of RAM. I also added a 4TB external SSD to it for holding all my files on, and it is very, very fast. Again, I'm not going to go into details about this particular MacBook in this video. I am going to do a dedicated video all about it and my switch from Windows to Mac, but for now, I'm just going to tell you, if you're creative that doesn't play games, the Mac is definitely the place to be. But let's talk about the office redesign. Now, as you are aware, I used to have my monitors just here, and the desk used to come all the way around, like in a C shape, all the way around, which was brilliant for being creative. But unfortunately, when I had visitors, it was just dire because there was nowhere for visitors to sit. So now I can just move over a little bit and have a guest on the YouTube channel if I wish to. So if a fellow macro photographer visits to the office and we want to do a video together, we can do that. Also, because of the extra space I have now, I can also run workshops from right here in this studio. So when you come into a project like redesigning an office, you really need to think ahead, because I'm on a limited budget when redesigning the office. So I repurposed a lot of the wood from the old office. And the one thing that was bugging me was cable management. I hate seeing cables, so when I went into the redesign of this office, I wanted as little cables as possible, and I've pulled it off. There is one cable running the entire setup behind me, and that is a USB-C cable that plugs into the MacBook Pro. And it all plugs in via my monitor, which is a BenQ SW270C. So putting my MacBook into this stand, I'm able to plug it in with one cable that runs the whole show. Because I was impressed with the MacBook, I went all in. I had the keyboard, I had the mouse, and I had the AirPods Pro. Everything is Bluetooth, no wires, absolutely fantastic. The battery life on these accessories are fantastic. You're going to go charge them up once a month. So you plug them in overnight, and then you're good to go for another month, which is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love the accessories you can get for the Mac ecosystem. So over to my left, which is your right, we have the spider shelf. This is what remains of my old desk from my right hand side here. I repurposed the wood, save having to buy new wood, and I turned them into shelves and put LED lights up there for my spiders. So currently I only have 3 invertebrates there, plenty of room there for more invertebrates, more jumping spiders. So if you want me to get some more spiders, leave a spider emoji in the comments and we'll see about getting some more spiders. You might notice these 2 speakers here as well. These are JVC XSD629BM 2.0 Bluetooth bookshelf speakers, and I've got them for when I'm doing certain edits that I don't require critical sound, so I don't need to wear my headphones or my earpods, and I can just blast out some movie soundtracks while I'm doing color grading or just basic editing in B-roll, which is fantastic. They work great. Again, they're Bluetooth, so no wires that need to be connected. Let's talk about the background. The background is simple pine slats that have been stained to be dark, the same as my desk, with RGB lights behind it. But that background is what is hiding all of the cables. All the cables run down that background, but you just physically can't see them because they're running across the slats, which makes for a very nice minimalistic look in the office. And I feel very, very creative in this space now. Another good point of having the MacBook instead of having the studio is I'm able to stay mobile. So now I'm able to visit camera clubs and give presentations with my MacBook. When I go on holiday, I'll be able to edit a basic timeline to see if I've got all the footage that I need from that particular location. This MacBook is really going to help out when it comes to staying mobile. Also in chapter 3, I don't want to stick to just macro photography. I want to explore other genres of photography, and I will be bringing you those videos on the channel. But give me a thumbs up in the comments if you're looking forward to me trying other types of photography and showing you the process on the channel. So that is chapter 3, focusing on my photography, focusing on my videography, not caring about the YouTube gods or pissing people off, just getting on with it and having fun while doing it. So I hope you enjoyed this update. I hope you're going to be looking forward to the content that's going to be coming up in this season, but that's where I'm going to leave this video. My name's Stewart Wood. I want to thank you for getting to the end of this video, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.